there. Welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits, coming to you from the Recycle Garage in sunny Santa Cruz, California.
Here comes the sun.
I'm going...
I've got gummies. And they're not THC gummies either. They're made by Haribo.
They're not penile ones either, are they?
No, they're not. These are little bears. Sorry.
Hey everyone, this is Liza. Hey, and we appreciate all the candies that are gifted here. Please only send quiet candies because Emma cannot control herself. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
So we had a good day in the garage. A lot of people showed up and a lot of the usuals, but somehow everybody disappeared until now. But we've got the core here running the board. It's Stumpy John.
Just call me Santa Cruz Johnny from here on out.
Oh, do you like that better?
No.
I was talking to my mom the other day, and
Santa Cruz Johnny.
and I was like, "Oh, I'm going out to dinner with Stumpy John and Mrs. Stumpy." She's, "Why do you call him that? That's horrible."
What, John?
Exactly. Well, it just makes sense. I mean, you just...
The kettle's black, you call it black.
Yes. And of course, that's everybody's favorite wanker. It's Miss Emma.
Everyone's favorite what?
Wanker.
Wanker? Yeah, I suppose. Hello.
I suppose.
Yes. Hello, darlings. It's lovely to be here.
Hello.
Oh, by the way, I did hear that last week, the Seinfeld poll. That was great. Because that's every time you did that, I always thought about Seinfeld.
Oh, God. Hello. And I think in the episode concerned, he lost his girlfriend.
Well, he picked the noise over the girlfriend.
He picked the hello over the girlfriend. Wise fellow.
Awesome.
I'm going to start out with something that I usually put at the end, but I'm going to put it at the beginning because it is important right now. And this is usually when I tell people, hey, if you enjoy this show, please leave us a review.
A good one.
Yeah, well, no, whatever. Leave us a review. Let people know. That's how people find out about us. But it's especially important now. And Emma, you don't know this yet. But it's important now because we received an unfavorable review that we need to push down.
Oh, no.
We need a bunch of new ones to push down. Now, this is a troll. And by troll, I mean somebody who I check their handle and they leave bad reviews for all sorts of people everywhere. They're just somebody who don't think highly. But I will share it. This is so well written. I will share this review. It's 1 star. It says, horrible. These are not good people. I wouldn't ride with them if they were the last people on earth.
Aww. They
aren't good people. Stay away.
Wow.
So, Phil, I wanted to thank you for leaving us a review. I'm not sure what we did to this person or
Poor
why
Phil.
they hate us so much. But if you don't agree with that synopsis, please leave a review on whatever listening device you use, or iTunes, anything. And we need just to help kind of get this one pushed down and let people know that we're not as horrible as he thinks he is. But I still don't know who he is or what
Was he from Cleveland?
I might be horrible. I don't know.
So please leave a review. We had a good day in the garage today. You helped somebody with a leaky bike.
A leaky deaky DL650.
And I want to say, before we get into it, so I have a little trick I do in the garage when helping people. And it's called the stall tactic. Until Emma gets there. But what I try and do is when somebody has a problem, I try to at least dig down to diagnose it.
Yes.
So that Emma's more able to repair it. Mm-hmm. And this nice guy came by.
Yeah, man, I've met him before.
On a...
DL.
Yes. It didn't have the fairings.
That's a V-strom, darling.
It didn't. Yeah, so it was hard to tell what it was. But I noticed something about him. He was reluctant to start removing things. And I remember being that person where you're trying to like reach under and around and do stuff without actually removing stuff because it gets too deep if you just keep removing stuff.
Right.
Not realizing if you just remove stuff, it makes doing the job easier.
Right.
And so I was just trying to get him to remove things so we could diagnose where the leak was. But instead, he just kept trying to stick rags up underneath things and reach around and try and find it. And I finally realized it's because he's like, he doesn't like to take too many things off.
Right, and that's a very
that's
valid
what it
thing.
was.
Yeah.
That was my stall tactic, but also I try and get to the core of it for you to better properly diagnose the problem.
A lot of people have asked me because, the one thing... I mean, I'm a good, solid mechanic. I've never seen myself as a particularly gifted mechanic. But I'm very tenacious, I'm very solid, and of course I'm very honest. And, I believe in calling it like it is, whether it's good or bad. And that is why Mototown has a designated crying area in the corner. Yeah. But I guess I'm above average in diagnosing a bike. And the way I've always approached it is... I'm the detective, so I'm Columbo. And we look at the crime, and the crime in this case was the bike was leaking. That's the crime. So we gather the clues of how the crime happened. And it just so happened that he had changed his alternator casing because he put a new stator in. And the leak happened after that. No. So now we've narrowed it down.
Right. And that was a most likely source. But for me, another common source would be the shaft seal behind the sprocket. And to me, removing a sprocket is not a major deal. I think most people need to be able to, in changing chains and sprockets, be able to do that. The
only thing to remember on a lot of bikes, and generally Hondas circumnavigate this, but... Suzuki's and Kawasaki's are the worst offenders. They usually have quite a large nut, like a 27mm hex, and they're done up very, very tight. So taking that sprocket off, what could be a 5-minute job on your Honda, where it's just an M8 bolt with a big washer and off it comes, could turn into a mostly all-afternoon job trying to shift it. So I was gathering the clues, and I said, now look, we need to pull this alternator casing off and see what's going on. So we pulled it off, and of course the gasket was crumbly and terrible and just horrible. So we don't keep gaskets for that bike.
No. So
we made one.
Yes. Now, usually your material of choice is a Kellogg's box.
But
I think you found a new one.
The reason why. So the Kellogg's box is waxed cardboard, and it's just the right thickness for British bikes. There's a lot of British bikes out there with Kellogg's Cornflake primary chain case gaskets on them. I know, because I did them. And, it's nice structural integrity. I've tried Captain Crunch boxes, but it's not as dense. It's not as dense as the Cornflakes box. Wheaties is another good one. Quite athletic cardboard on a Wheaties box.
It should be.
Yeah, well, nevertheless, dear Patrick, he of Tesla fame, showed up with a box of Modelo, a 6-pack of Modelo in this beautiful blue cardboard box. And I thought, I wonder. So I took his box from him, which he was a little upset about, but he consoled himself by drinking the beer. And... we made a gasket for the alternator cover out of a box of Modelo.
So Modelo is an EMA-approved gasket.
Well, it's got a nice bit of density to it. Unfortunately, I didn't have my leather hole punch, so doing the holes was a bit of a problem. So I used the ball bearing in the casing method, which seemed to work well. And so we assembled it all up and, got it nice and cut it with a pair of scissors. I like doing the holes first. You should always do the holes first so you get your holes right. And then you lay the casing down, scribe around the edge and trace it, and then just cut it out with scissors and cut the inside part as well.
Would be a top tip right there.
Yeah, no, it is a top tip. Do your holes first. And we assembled it, and guess what? It's oil tight. Score!
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was excellent. I think it's such a recycle thing to do, to use what you have around.
Well, I mean, a lot of people overthink gaskets, and I'm not talking about head gaskets or necessarily base gaskets or O-rings, which are subject to critical temperature and pressure. But, good old engine cover gaskets. All the gasket is there is to basically fill up the gap between the machine surface of the casing and the machine surface of the case halves. And you can use pretty much anything. In fact, most Hondas from 2010 onwards don't have any side cover gaskets on at all. None. Your Africa Twin won't have any
adhesive?
Side.
Yeah, no, they glue it on. They glue it on with adhesive. But the machine surfaces are so good. I was always surprised, things like shadows. I mean, you don't necessarily think of a shadow as being, this finely machined bike, but it is. There's no gaskets in a shadow at all. Everything's glued on, which is kind of cool.
And to continue the theme of the recycle way, I built some highway pegs for my Africa Twin.
Out of Schedule 40.
Out of PVC. Yeah, they came out great.
Yes.
I just like to have something to put my legs up on, and the Africa Twin, the Adventure Sport has stock kind of highway bars, but there aren't any pegs that you can mount to it. And no, I just got just to share. I got a 3/4 T, and I cross-sectioned the T so that the bottom half of the T could come off so you can put it around a pipe.
Right.
Put the two halves back together and put hose clamps on either side. Put it on. So now I had a threaded 3/4 inch pipe thread opening that I threaded. It's PVC, that's pipe thread on. And then you just have a little peg sticking out.
Perfect.
Simple little thing, really cheap. But the reason that I went with the PVC is if I am to have if the bike falls over, this will just shatter rather than push anything in or when you add stuff to your highway bars,
right,
it can become, a weapon against it, basically.
Are you not worried about shards of razor sharp PVC piercing your calves?
No.
Well, perhaps you should be.
No.
Okay, then.
No.
She's got rock hard
so
calves.
Yeah, I built a thing, and I was proud of it. So there you go. So
well done. And they look pretty good. They will look even better.
No.
If you give them just a nice lick of flat aluminum to match the crash bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's white and gray. It looks good.
Yeah, I mean,
happy.
it fits in with the bike. I mean, you've got a white bike.
No, I think, was it John or Knock who was mocking me? Like, yeah, you're just taking a nice thing and making it crappy.
That's why we call him Knock the Mock.
But hey, I am all about function. For me, function is really one of the most important reason to have, a vehicle. It has to be functional.
Yes.
I don't buy in as much to image, right? Much like I always talk about the bike that I ride the most is my Elite 250 scooter. It's highly functional. I used it many times this week to run errands, go out to lunch. In fact, yesterday I went out with two of my friends on their scooters also, and we went down to the harbor to have lunch, where it's very hard to find parking. And you can fit scooters into like tiny little nooks that aren't real spaces. I love it. And so I've started thinking about, I use my scooter so much. I love my scooter. And I started thinking, why don't more people have scooters? I don't know why. In fact, I want to propose a new formula for the right amount of bikes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hang on.
We know about N+1. Now, N equaling now. And then we introduced the right amount of bikes for a married person.
D-1.
D-1. D equals divorce.
Yes.
And I am now proposing for all bikers N+S.
Right. And I just want to make sure that we're fully clear that D-1 is an adjustable figure based, if we draw a Venn diagram of introducing BOC and F, which would be box of chocolates and flowers. You introduce that, and you can actually increase the D-1 number.
By what numerical
Well, I mean,
value?
it depends on the I, which is the variable figure. That would be the individual.
Yes.
And S on SN, which would be sex on Saturday night, often can actually have a good calming effect.
And you need to also throw
That would be a
in-
top tip also.
Yeah, no, I believe these are top tips for our married listeners,
I think you also need to throw in the NC,
which would be
new car. For
new
her.
car. Yes, absolutely,
Yeah,
the new car. Or LRCs, which would be living room curtains. And all of these are variables that will affect the ultimate D-1. So anyway, we
So
digress.
I am proposing
These are idle topics.
N plus S.
S would be shoes too, right?
Yes, S would be shoes.
N plus S, in this case, S is scooters. Scooter, one scooter. That's all you need. Now, Bagel is an exception.
Well,
He's got many.
Bagel is an exceptional man in many ways.
Yes.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Especially for people who live in an urban area. Do we call this urban here, right? I mean,
Yeah,
there aren't
I
any
think,
buildings over 3 stories, but
It's
yeah.
certainly not rural.
Exactly. If you live in an urban area, scooter is great. But just when I was running errands the other day, and I'm whizzing through traffic and kind of lane splitting at the stoplights, and I get there faster. I'm not adding to the traffic on the street. I'm not adding to the emissions, like I would be in a big car. And it's really affordable. I only fill up that scooter every couple months. I think about 4 times a year I fill it up. It's just so affordable. So I was thinking, why don't more people have scooters? So I came up with a top 10 list.
There you go, Phil.
This is dedicated to Cleveland Moto. This top 10 list.
A top 10 list of reasons why you should get a scooter. Let's see. We'll do like David Letterman style. We'll start with 10. They're cheap.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah,
Well, it
they're
depends on
cheap.
the scooter.
They're cheap.
Okay.
Used ones are.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are under $5,000 for a brand new one.
Okay.
They're cheap. Number 9, easy to maintain. There's not a lot to do on them, like tire pressure and oil once in a while, but for the most part, they're not getting the hard miles put into them like, our bikes do. So they really are just easy. Number 8, it's better for the environment, emissions, traffic, parking, and such, right? Just
Right.
like I said. Number 7, you can park it anywhere. And in fact, there are some cities that allow you to park a small displacement scooter on the sidewalk. I think Phil talks about that. I think he referred to like the moped parking law or something, right? Because if it's like 50 cc's, it counts as a moped. You can just park it on the sidewalk. Some cities, they don't care. It's so funny. I could park my motorcycle there. I'll get a ticket. I parked my scooter there. Just last night I went to dinner and I parked it up on the sidewalk in the dirt next to a tree. So it's not anywhere where anyone's walking or rolling.
You had 2 dinners last night? Because we had dinner.
Oh, sorry, dinner the night before.
Oh.
And I'll just park it here, right? Nobody cares.
Right.
They don't care. They're like invisible.
But that's why we call her Liza 2 dinners Miller.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 6, fuel efficient.
Yes.
What do they get? Like, I don't know, 50 miles per gallon maybe?
Or maybe more.
More than that.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, because you're not going that fast. So the what drag coefficient, what do you call it, is not that high. Am I at 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, they're fun. And here's something people don't realize. You get those little wheels going fast. I do 45 on that scooter and I feel like I'm risking my life. One time I took it on the freeway because it is freeway legal. One time I took it on the free. I'm like, oh, I'm never doing that again. It's like doing 130 on your bike and go, oh, that was exciting. You only have to do 60 on a scooter to get that same feeling.
Right.
Number 4, cargo space. Many scooters are known for their cargo space under the seat or on a top box, milk crate, wherever. But you can carry lots of beers. I can carry lots of stuff just in the top case on my scooter. Not to mention, on many of them, you don't have a clutch, so I have a whole free hand to carry stuff when I'm riding.
Very good.
Number 3, you can share it with people in your family. So maybe you have a wife or a teenager. This can be a affordable extra vehicle that is shared in the family. Consider that, right?
Don't lend it to your strange uncle.
Number 2, it's just really perfect for running errands, running around town, picking stuff up.
Right.
It's the most perfect vehicle. And number 1, you have any guess what the number 1 reason is that you should buy a scooter?
Because it makes you a sexy beast.
Flip-flops.
Oh, God. Anybody who wears flip-flops on a motorized vehicle is in dire need of a lobotomy, whether it's a scooter or Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate with you there, Liza.
Okay.
With the exception of number 4, which is the cargo space.
Yes, that's a big one.
It is a big one, but with the exception of that, a small capacity motorcycle like our friend with the XL
200?
200.
Yeah.
It'd be all the things. It's cute, it's fun, it's easy in traffic, it's blah, 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 blah. You know, everything that you ticked off. Can't share it with friends because they don't know how to run a manual transmission.
Right.
Well, that may be an advantage. But yeah, I mean, I can see your point. I can see your point. But I would be far more likely, if I got the need to get an urban vehicle, I would be far more likely to get a very small capacity motorcycle.
Well, in fact, Emma, I would propose to you, especially you, who has a short trip between your shop and your home.
Yes.
Having a scooter for running back and forth or running around to pick stuff up.
Well,
you
actually,
should consider that.
Now springtime is here. I walk to work.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
But
shop scooter, you should consider.
Well, you know, funnily enough, when I worked at Monterey Peninsula Power Sports, I got that C3. Do you remember the C3, the one we sold to Angela? And with the express idea of riding it to work from Marina to Seaside, which is about 5 miles. And the one hurdle was, in order to avoid the freeway, because I couldn't take it on the freeway,
Right.
it was such a long trip. Had it not been for that, and there were 2 things going against it. I had to do this long trip to avoid the freeway, and that in itself wasn't a bad thing. But that long trip included quite an incline.
That scooter can't get an incline.
And I mean, it was
It's gutless.
15 miles an hour. I would, if Yamaha would have made, because I think that thing is just the most adorable little thing. I love that little C3.
Imagine an igloo cooler with wheels.
Yeah, and it had got
it's not
everything
really.
going for it, but it needed to be a 125.
I think you like big butts.
And I cannot lie.
Yeah, that's what that scooter has.
It is. Yamaha C3. You've got to look them up in silver because that's the best color.
So I wanted to talk a bit about scooters and why people should consider getting them. So there's a lot of facets here. Now, I want to recognize, I mean, obviously we have Bagel, who is, you know, the scooterist of all scooterists, right?
Bagel might not make it through the next hour or so. He's not very well right now.
But he's a hardcore scooterist.
Yes.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about what scooters would bikers enjoy. Not scooters, to bikers, right? Riders, cyclists, whatever you want to call us. So we came up with a list. Actually, Bagel came up with a list of top 10 scooters that motorcyclists would enjoy. And he was nice enough to break it down into newer and older bikes. But none of these are like collectible, like high-end bikes. These are, practical but cool. And so the first one on his list is the Royal Alloy TG300. Can you bring that up? I don't even know what it looks like. But this is something I keep hearing this name go around. And I don't know if it's a two-stroke or not, but he said that it's a new knockoff of a vintage scooter. So, Royal Alloy TG300. Is this like a Lambretta knockoff, I believe?
I think it is.
Yeah, so got to check that one out. The next one up, and the Buddy 170i by Genuine. Now, John, we have a little bit of experience with the Buddies. Mm-hmm. Well, more specifically, Phil's Buddies.
Yeah.
That we tried to destroy at Vintage Days. Took them off-roading. I think we took it on the track too, right?
I did, yeah. Sorry, Phil.
Unkillable and fun, and just I hate when people use this word to describe bikes, but they're cute too.
Yeah,
and they're cute. The Vespa GTS or the GTV 300. Now you're getting into like, Emma, would you describe the Vespa 300s as like the Cadillac of scooters?
Yeah, well, yes and no.
Or the SUV of scooters. The Lincoln Continental, maybe.
Yeah, it's,
I don't know.
It's more of a like an Italian Camry. I mean, it's got a bit of size to it. Certainly not the biggest thing out there.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about the behemoths in a little while.
Yeah.
But it's a good, solid 75, 80 mile an hour scooter.
Oh, yeah.
And theoretically, it's not going to kill you.
Extremely capable and comfortable, I would say.
Yes.
But not as cheap, because those are like very nice bikes.
They're nice scooters. They're very nicely made. They're nicely styled, and they do carry a premium in price. I mean, you're going to need a chunk of change to buy one.
Next on its list is the Kymco AK550i. Can you look that up? Oh, the Royal Alloy. Yeah, that looks like a Vespa or Lambretta.
So I'm gonna look.
Kymco AK550i. He says it's got 53 horsepower. That's real horsepower, especially if we're talking about a scooter. And Kymco is a name that I think motorcyclists aren't that familiar with. Oh yeah, this is like a big touring scooter. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Kymco is, Emma, would you say motorcyclists don't really know Kymco, but that is a accomplished good company.
Yeah, I mean Kymco so it's $9,000.
Yeah, this is
AK550i. Kymco I think are either Korean or from Taiwan.
Yeah, I was thinking Korean.
I think they might be Korean. And they've made their name over the years making scooters and small capacity bikes. But they do seem to be of good quality. Are they as good as the Japanese quality? No, of course not. But they are actually quite good quality.
Yeah.
So Taiwan, Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Egypt, and Malaysia.
There you go. They've got plants everywhere.
Yeah, it's a huge company.
Yeah.
All right, this next one on the list, this to me is, and excuse my language, the most fuckable scooter you will ever see.
Oh, I know what's coming.
That is the Italjet Dragster.
Yes.
So the Italjet Dragster was specifically designed for oversexed Italian youth to make themselves so much more attractive to one another that resistance is futile. And I think it's quite successful in that.
Now, there's the new ones and there's the old ones.
I actually like I prefer the older ones.
And I like the new ones, but they're all great.
Yeah.
They're all top of the list. Bagel chose the 180, but the Look up Italjet Dragster, and it is.
And like I said,
It is sexy. It is a sexy scooter.
right, and deliberately designed that way. And Italjet have been around forever.
It's pretty. The trellis frame looks great.
Now let's have a look. Have you got a modern one or an older one?
It looks like if Ducati.
So
that's a new one.
That's the newer one. If you look up like a 2000 Italjet
If
Dragster,
Ducati made a scooter,
yeah.
this would be it.
But they've been very, very pretty for a long, long time. And Italjet go back donkey's years, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah. So next on the list is the Vespa P200E. Now, this Vespa, this is a pretty common Vespa, the 200E. Is this the two-stroke?
Yeah, this is the two-stroke manual transmission.
Yeah.
This is the old schooler.
Yeah. And yeah, these are kind of like a little sports car of scooters. The Vespa 200E. Those are cool bikes too. Next up, Lambretta.
It's just sexy to say it.
I know. Lambretta, let's see, LI 150 Series 3. Can you look that up, John? Lambretta LI 150 Series 3. Lambretta, I've got some vintage Lambretta models in this room, and they're like the Ferrari of Italian scooters, if you ask me. Oh yeah, I'm looking at one over there. Yeah. Oh yeah, the double seat. I love the double seat. Where instead of having one long bench seat, it's a two.
The colors are great too.
Seats. Those are really
that blue
nice.
is awesome.
These
like Knox color blue.
These are sexy. Okay, this next one isn't sexy, but it is highly functional and kind of weird, but cool weird, I say. Emma, would you agree that the Honda Helix is cool weird?
It's Helixes are weird. Yeah.
I mean, it's the land yacht.
Yeah, they're big.
Yep.
Yeah, they're kind of weird looking.
It's got a big seat. It's got a big snout. Cush.
It's got a big snout on it.
It's cush.
Yeah. And it's got a big trunk.
It needs a nose job.
Yeah. And these are from the 80s, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
90s.
90s, yeah. These are
late
old
80s,
bikes,
early
but,
90s.
250, I believe, right?
Yes.
So they can get up and go.
It's the cultural, it's got exactly the same drivetrain as your E-Lite 250.
Yep.
There's a custom one.
But as we've seen up at the one show, people are taking them, stripping them naked, dropping them down low, doing really cool stuff. If you want to get into like customizing a scooter, I think that's the scooter to do it with. Now Emma is looking at one.
Yeah, this is one with ape hangers on it and everything.
Oh my God.
But still, people don't think of customizing other than putting mirrors on and make, the mod thing. But taking the bodywork off and working with what's left, you can do some cool stuff with it.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then there's one more on the list, and this is funny because it goes on Bagel's list and Emma's list. Do you know which one I'm thinking of?
I do.
Well, I'm going to look it up. I want to see. Tell everyone what this scooter is. So, every biker should know about.
So it's called a Fuji Rabbit, and the Fuji Rabbit was designed to compete with the Italian scooters of the period.
Oh, this is 1960s.
Yes, this is a very, very old scooter. But there were a number of firsts with it, and it was the first, I want to say it was the first two-wheel vehicle with entirely fluid drive.
What does that, explain that?
So it's got like an automatic transmission. It's It's got a torque converter.
Oh, like a car.
Like a car.
Yeah.
So there's no direct drive between the front and the rear. Very, very clever little thing. And I like it just from a styling perspective. It's very, very period.
Yeah,
I'd actually like to get a Fuji and do it in some really like period colors, like, coral and white, or I think a lot of them came in cream and gold. Yeah, look at that thing. It's absolutely delightful. And it's covered in chrome, and it's just, a darling little thing. An interesting styling. It's got a big butt on it.
It does, and it doesn't lie either.
What is it with me and bikes with butts on them?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's very much a period piece. which I like. And I think it's interesting enough that bikers would get a kick out of it.
So I want to amend this list or add to this list because we also came up. I mean, Bagel he's a scooters guy, and that Fuji Rabbit is cool, but that's a 1960s bike. That's not somebody's going to.
Well, you've got to appeal to the bikers who like the vintage stuff.
Yeah, that's true. There's a bunch of little stuff, but
we can make this a top 11.
We're going more than that because I'm going to absolutely insist that the Honda ADV 150 be on that list.
It absolutely has to be on that
Has to be on that list. The ADV 150, when you're talking about a scooter that appeals to bikers, come on.
Well, okay.
Right? I think there's one behind you.
Yeah.
There's one over there.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah. We're talking about on models in the room. I even saw somebody had painted theirs exactly like the Africa Twin, the gold wheels, the red, white, blue, everything.
Oh, I bet it looked great.
Oh, it looks so good. So, for me, the Honda ADV 150, if you would ever consider a scooter, that is a cool scooter. It's a scooter that makes you want to do bad things.
Okay.
Makes you want to jump curbs and do stupid stuff.
Above the circus thing on the left.
Yeah, so another one that I wanted to put on the list is the Yamaha Zuma. Now this...
Yeah, your friend Raven's got a Zuma.
Yeah, Raven's got one. It's got the little dual headlight. It's a little bit sporty looking.
Yeah, like knobby tires and chunky.
Yeah, like a little rugged. It's not like a cute scooter. It's a little rugged scooter.
Right.
They're very popular, common. Those 125s, they zip around. For a biker who wants a scooter, that's a good option.
For... just before I left the UK, so this would be the very early 90s, and for all I know, they're still going, there was this huge thing about pizza delivery.
Yeah.
And a lot of the pizza delivery people had Yamaha Zumas, and they all had these giant boxes on the back, which of course were lined to keep the pizza warm, and they'd zip around Birmingham or London or Manchester on these things and deliver your pizza.
And what I would say is probably the most manly scooter.
Really manly.
Oh yeah, it's manly.
Is it bubbling with testosterone, darling?
It's a Honda.
It's bubbling.
Do you know where I'm going with this one?
No.
Ruckus.
Oh God.
And when they travel in packs, they are Rucki.
Now, did you know they did a big Ruckus?
Yes, and that's what I was going to bring up. So the Ruckus, if you've not seen a Ruckus, it looks like a naked scooter, like no bodywork. In fact, the seat just sits kind of on up. There's nothing, just supports. These are really common with young people who like to throw big motors in them and stretch them and drop them and then really to customize them. It's probably, I would say, the most customizable scooter.
I would
is the Ruckus.
I would say so, yeah.
And then the small one is it comes in a 50.
Yep.
The big one is what, a 250?
Yep.
And they're manly.
Well, it's got a kind of almost like an appliance look about it. I mean, if you get a DeWalt drill or a sander and put two wheels on it, that's what they look like.
It looks like somebody stripped it clean and left it to the curb.
Yeah,
but it's a perfectly good running bike.
Oh yeah.
So the Ruckus, that's a good one. John, you brought up the BMW 450 GT.
Yeah. It's definitely got some freeway capability there.
It's basically the scooter version of a big touring bike,
Yeah. And that was largely what it was designed for. So, yeah, I mean, that's legit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only other one on the list was the Suzuki Burgman.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the Burgman later.
I want to get into that.
Okay.
So, the Suzuki Burgman, this bike has been around, 3 decades now?
Oh, yeah.
Been a long time. Now, it caused a bit of a scene when it came out because there's a question. Is it a bike or is it a scooter?
Oh, no, there's no question it's a scooter.
But it wasn't like the other scooters. And it was more bike-like. It's a 650cc is the big one. There's a 400 and a 650. But a 650cc...
And do you know they do a little 200? Oh, God,
do they?
Oh, God, it's adorable.
I remember when it came out, and it's like, what? I can get a scooter and tour and go on the freeway and do all the stuff. Well, but that's what bikes for. Scooters are just for around town. No, this is
a scooter
to do everything a bike can do.
And yet, here we are, that it never really took off.
It never took off. And so I wanted to ask you, Emma, why do you think it didn't take off?
Well, I think there's a couple of reasons, and we need to think a little bit more globally than just America. And I'll deal why I think it didn't take off in America. It's never been a strong seller for Suzuki, but it's been a steady seller in Europe, more so than here. In America, it was a bike looking for an audience. Traditional scooter enthusiasts like Bagel were kind of turned off because it's styling-wise, it's its very own thing.
It's automatic.
Oh, yes. It's every inch a scooter. It checks all the boxes for being a scooter. It's got automatic transmission. It's feet forward position. You're sitting on top of the engine. It's exactly the same layout as any other scooter.
Bigger wheels?
Slightly.
Yeah.
It's not big wheels. I think they've got a 14 at the front and 12 at the back. But, wide, very wide tyres. But it's its own thing, style-wise. And I think... I hate to use the term masculine and feminine because that's not really what this is about. But I don't think it presented a masculine enough image for the person who was looking for a big long-distance touring bike. And for the person who was looking for just a round-town vehicle, there were a lot of smaller, lighter, less intimidating options. So it was it found itself in an odd camp. It was too intimidating for a lot of people, and yet for some, it wasn't intimidating enough. So it was kind of its own thing. Are you going to check on Bagel?
No, I saw a scooter in here. I wanted to see what I saw it from across the room.
Well, Liza's checking on the scooters.
Keep talking.
So, and there's been a couple of bikes that have kind of fallen into that. And you brought up the BMW. Mm-hmm. And the BMW, to a certain extent, fits in that category. Another one was a Yamaha Morpheus.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Giant thing. What do we got here? Oh, I think that's just like a 125. That's
a police scooter, right?
That's a Polizia Municipale. So, I would say that's probably municipal Italian or Spanish police. But yeah, there was a few of these larger scooters, and they've never been big sellers. They've been steady sellers, but they kind of standalone things.
So, John, this is still not on, is it? Or did my headphone...
No, you're on. You're
okay,
on.
my
I can hear you.
Unplugged.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, plug yourself in, Liza. There's a dear.
So, yeah, I want to say that these big scooters like the Burgman, we're calling the maxi scooters.
Yes.
They are the red-headed stepchilds
right,
of the two-wheeled world because the motorcyclists don't accept them and neither do the scooterists.
Right. So
where do they belong?
Here's an analogy for you. I was born and raised in Birmingham. And Birmingham is right in the middle of England. Now, everybody who's listening to this podcast who's from England will go, oh, Emma's from Birmingham, and if you're in the south, you'll be, oh, bloody northerner. And the northerners are, oh, she's a bloody southerner. Because you're neither one of the two. And the truth is, I'm a Midlander. Mm. And everyone bloody hates the Midlanders, the Northerners, doesn't it? Because
that's
you're
kinda
your own thing. It's very much a very, very geographical part of the country. And I think, the Burgmans and the Morpheuses and the BMWs occupy just this odd space that they're not really accepted by hardcore scooterists, and then they're not really accepted by motorcyclists either. And the other one is worth talking about. It is a motorbike, but I want to make it absolutely clear it is a motorbike, but I think it belongs a conversation here, is the Pacific Coast.
I knew you were going to say that.
And the Pacific Coast, its closest relative is the Vincent Black Knight, because they both occupy exactly the same spot. They both occupy the place that it is a motorcycle that you can ride in normal street clothes and get to your destination cleanly without being ravaged by the weather, and carries.
Oh, interesting. I've never seen a Black Knight before. That's kind of cool.
Well, I always think that if
Vincents are so sexy, they all are.
If Judge Dredd was to ride a motorcycle in the 1950s, it'd be a Vincent Black Knight.
That thing is cool.
There was a Triumph like this too, right?
Was
that a Cub?
Thunderbird had a little bit
Not
of
quite so much. The Thunderbirds, a lot of manufacturers have flirted with full enclosure over the years. I suggest look up Ariel, not spelt like
EL.
EL, leader. Now, an aerial leader is the same thing in smaller size. Once again, it is a full-size motorcycle, but with weather protection. And these are the Pacific Coast is the cultural successor to these bikes.
Well, you can almost say that a BMW RT is. Yeah.
A BMW RT is different because it is a normal bike that has had stuff bolted onto it to make it. Whereas these bikes, the Black Knight, the Leader, and the Pacific Coast, were designed from the start to have this full level of protection. And so in terms of weather protection, they occupy the same place as scooters. However, they've got manual transmission and clutches and gears and big wheels. So we define them as motorbikes.
Yeah, the Ariel's not as sexy as the Vincent, though.
No, but it occupies the same
similar
spot.
Style. Yep.
It is the idea that a gentleman, because remember back then mostly gentlemen rode bikes, the Ariel Leader and the Black Knight were both designed as a motorcycle that a gentleman who had to take a motorway or A roads to work could wear a suit and ride to work in all weathers.
So let's get back to these maxi scooters. Now,
and it's the same spot. The reason I went off at a tangent to these bikes, it is basically the same spot. I hate to say it, good, but I'm going to, executive transport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's executive transport.
That's funny because what did BMW name that scooter?
What's the Executive, right?
The C1 Executive.
Executive transport.
The C1 Executive, which unfortunately didn't come to this country. I have many models of this because I find it very interesting. It is a scooter with a roof and a windshield with a seatbelt over the shoulder seatbelt.
So let's take our imaginary friend, Quentin Farquhar, who is the manager.
How would you spell that?
Farquar.
Yes, that's right. Quentin Farquhar. And Quentin...
Is he from Birmingham?
No, he's from London.
Okay.
And Quentin is the manager of Barclays Bank.
Oh, he's a big deal.
In the Kensington branch. And Quentin has to wear a suit every day because he's manager of Barclays Bank. Mm-hmm. But he's always late because he's stuck in traffic in his Jag. So it's always been a delicious thought that if we could put Quentin on a high-priced, very civilized riding scooter that he can wear his suit on and arrive at work, put the helmet in the top box and walk into work and start work. And instead of spending an hour and a half stuck in traffic, his commute goes down from 90 minutes to 10 minutes. That's a very delicious thought.
Quentin needs to get on the subway with the real people.
Well, tra-la-la, as a lot of people do in London. But nevertheless, that's the market. That's the market. I've said this before, for the funniest, you mentioned Triumphs, Liza. Triumphs have spent their whole life trying to sell bikes to young executives. The reality is, the people who bought Triumphs were like me, greasy yobbos, And if you go to any biker pub in England of the worst kind, where people are like to come flying out of a crashing window, you're going to see a load of Triumphs and BSAs and Nortons parked outside. So that's where the thugs went. But they always try to mark them to executives. So that's the market for these things.
I find it interesting that you don't see them very often. I mean,
it's a very specific market.
There's more in Europe than there is here. But here, besides having the Burgmans, there's the Yamaha. Is it the T-Max?
Yes.
That's here?
T-Max is slightly smaller.
Okay. But that's still considered a maxi scooter.
No, it's 125. Or is that the S-Max?
No, that's a 530cc.
Okay, so I'm thinking of the S-Max.
Yeah. And you got the BMW has a big one. It's not a lot.
No,
here.
because it's a tiny market. Now.
Oh, and then of course, that Honda X-ADV. So the X-ADV uses the same engine as the NC750X.
Right, big.
This is a 750cc.
Feet forward.
Adventure-styled scooter. Oh!
But when I think about...
That's so awesome, yeah.
When I think about my clients at Mototown who have the larger scooters, they're all interesting characters. They either, just slightly eccentric, just people who tend to march to the beat of their own drum, or, interestingly enough, are from overseas and are not kind of hidebound, almost like the American mentality. Jay is a very, very dear customer of mine who rides a 400 Burgman, and Jay's from Korea. And, to him, the notion of having this 400cc scooter just so he can get around, and if he needs to jump on the freeway and head to Santa Cruz, it's easy for him. It makes a great deal of sense because he's not hidebound by these attitudes that, is it a bike, is it a scooter, is it big, is it small,
Now, all these bikes we've just named, can you name any issues with any of them?
They all suffer from the same issue, and I have a suspicion this might be a deal breaker.
What's that?
When you crash them, it's absolutely catastrophic.
Oh.
The crash damage on these things is...
it's the same for a Ducati. I know people whose Ducatis were total because it fell off the kickstand.
But the frames are stress members, right? So,
But, you can take a beautiful Burgman and wreck it at 20 miles an hour, and it gets ugly quickly. Because they just wreck.
But other than that, function, affordability, and technology, they're all extremely reliable.
I tell you what, every time that Burgman comes in for service, and I'll put a belt on it, or I'll put brake pads in it, or a back tire on it, and I was like, oh God, I got to test ride this thing, so I'll jump on it, and I have a whale of a time.
So now there's another scooter we haven't mentioned on any of our lists that I want to bring up and see if in your opinion, there is anything wrong with it. That would be the Piaggio MP3.
Theoretically, there is nothing wrong with it at all.
And for people who don't know, these are the three-wheeled scooters. Right. 2 wheels in the front, but it still lets you lean.
Very much like the Nikon. Mm-hmm. So I did Piaggio factory training on these.
Okay.
And we talked about them extensively. And we talked about how they were built and why they were built. And it's one of those wonderful ideas that on paper makes a great deal of sense. But the trouble is, we're not necessarily selling great ideas. We're selling things that need to be aesthetically pleasing as well. You can have the best motorcycle in the world, but if it looks like it's been beaten by the ugly stick, It's not going to light your fire. And the fact of the matter is these things are odd looking. They are
Yeah, they're
odd.
strange looking.
And Nikons are odd looking.
What do they ride like?
Oh, brilliantly.
Really?
Oh, my God. The MP3 and the Nikon are some of the nicest.
I really enjoyed the Nikon. I said I could see myself owning one day.
Oh, hell yeah. It's an amazing riding thing. And those MP3s, they do everything. They lean perfectly. They grip like sticky stuff to a blanket.
And that was the thing about the Nikon. It gave me confidence in the front end, never going out on me ever.
You know,
I felt like I could really push it.
you can wreck
Like
them.
I wanted to go onto the track.
I want to say, I think actually Bex did wreck one
Oh,
on a
did-
track day. I think Bex wrecked one.
Oh.
They are wreckable.
She took one on a track day?
Yeah. MP3s, you can wreck them. But they just inspire so much confidence.
Yeah.
But they're odd looking.
Okay, I want to go out on a limb here. The maxi scooters,
Yes.
the reason I think that they're not accepted is because they don't have culture. So, play along with me, Emma. Let's just say you go up to Alice's restaurant and you go to
Yes.
Gizditch Pie Ranch. I've done this before. And there's some bikes and scooters parked outside. And
Right.
you can go in and you can kind of identify who's on what bike. So let me just answer so there's a Harley outside. What do you think that Harley rider looks like? Just kind of paint a picture what that Harley rider may look like.
Well, he's probably wearing a T-shirt with "I love unicorns," and he's got a little tutu on and pink boots.
Play along. Come on.
Yeah, no, I mean, and we know the Harley rider uniform. He's going to have acid wash jeans, black leather jacket, black engineer boots,
Great.
T-shirt. You know, it's
And then-
the classic look.
Now you also have a BMW GS 1250 out in the parking lot. What's that? How do you identify that rider?
So that rider's basically he's going to have all weather gear, probably with some fluorescent on it. You know, fabric suit with armor in it. You know, very utilitarian. But the important thing, it's going to be high end stuff.
And now you got a Ducati out there,
One piece leathers,
right? And then you have a Burgman. What's that rider look like?
fucking flip flops.
No, but there is no identity. There is no culture for any of these.
Right.
So I want to try and help people out. Let's create one. What is the maxi scooter, the Burgman rider? What is their culture? Let's paint a picture of who this person is. I think this is somebody who might be in a bowling league, right? Because you can carry your shoes and your ball in the storage, right?
No.
No.
Okay, you guys don't know how to do. It's a yes and game.
Oh, I see.
You
Yes,
don't know how to
and.
do the
Yes,
and.
no.
No, that's not it.
I see a Bergman rider as being extremely cool Asian American man or woman, tinted glasses, really far out hairstyle with like a white streak in it, very modern clothing, just, a real interesting person. That's who I see a Bergman rider
I'm going
as.
to play off of your executive. I think that the maxi scooters are the perfect executive bike. People who are dressing for success.
Suit and tie,
Yes.
pencil skirt.
Yeah. On a maxi scooter.
Very good.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, we need to create that culture.
Well, is that
style?
Their other car would probably be a Tesla.
Yep.
Something that's, sensible, but kind of cool.
Oh, I've got it. So, nice fitted, Gucci suit, cami, pencil skirt, but instead of Louboutin pumps, city motorbike boots. Yes. That's how you tell what they're driving.
I'm even going to say that this could be what comes after hipsters. What's the next thing after hipsters? Those people who kind of have a style and are concerned about their look and are into like
Dinkies.
That's what we're calling them, dinkies.
Yeah, dinkies, double income, no kids yet. Dinkies.
Dinkies. This is the perfect scooter
Dual income.
for dinkies.
Dual income.
Oh my
No
gosh.
kids yet. Dinkies.
Oh.
You never heard that before?
No.
Some people just say dinks, but dinkies.
Dinks. I kind of like
Dinks.
that. I
Dual
like
income,
that.
no kids.
Well,
Because, I mean, the thing is with a Burgman is it can be mastered by people with varying degrees of upper body strength.
It's going to have to
You
be
know.
somebody who doesn't, and I don't mean this in a negative way. They got to not care as much about style. Because you get a Vespa.
It's a different
No, I'm
style.
saying
No, it's a
invent a
different.
new
It's a
style.
different style.
yeah.
I'm saying it has its own style
Listen,
that needs to be identified.
And I'll tell you exactly how Suzuki see this. If you take your Vespa, so the Vespa's the Alfa Romeo, the Ferrari, right? The Burgman, they see as the Nissan Skyline or the GTS. Because believe me, there are cool styled Japanese cars. And that's how they see it in terms of styling. It's not like a boring Japanese car
an
like
Acura sedan, maybe?
like a Camry. No, it's a cool Japanese car like a Skyline GT. That's how they see the styling. And to a certain extent, they're right. I mean, it's pretty cutting edge stuff. You know, the Vespas, this is the classic Italian flowing style. The Burgman's more angular. It's more edgier.
yeah.
You know, Burgmans actually look pretty good with airfoils on the back and, you know, skags on the front. And I've seen both. And you can actually dress them up pretty well. If I ever get the opportunity to get a crash Burgman, I would love to get a Burgman in the shop and do it up in like old Gixxer slingshot colours and paint it up like an old slingshot. So it's classic Suzuki colours, but on a Burgman. I think it'd be fun as heck. It'd be sort of like a different version of your Africa Twin ADV
Right.
scooter.
No. Well, I've been pitching this to people. I think, like, Knock. I'm like, Knock, you got 3 motorcycles. You refuse to have any motorcycle. You can have any form of luggage on it. So you need a scooter. Like, we'll go out to eat and I go, you can have the leftovers. I can't take it home. I don't have room.
Right.
He needs a scooter. I've got him on the fence about this. James today, he goes, yeah, I've been thinking about getting a scooter. Scooter are kind of cool. It's like an image and functionality thing. And I've been pitching it to John, in fact, that he should consider getting a scooter. In fact, John, you came up with your own top 10 list.
Yeah.
And I think this is top 10 reasons John shouldn't get a scooter. Emma, let's see what these reasons are and see if we can convince him.
Yeah,
we're going to shoot you down.
I'm
John.
sure you are. But, you know, since I'm living in Santa Cruz now,
Yes.
you know, I'm thinking, well, a scooter might be interesting.
Yes,
but-
okay.
So I stayed up most of the night last night thinking about the reasons why I probably shouldn't get a scooter. So I created a little list here.
No, he actually stayed up most of the night looking at the underwear section of the Sears catalogue. Is what I agree.
I can only do that for about 5 minutes.
I have to admit, every now and then I look up the 1976 Sears catalog online just to relive it.
Nice.
So my first reason why I shouldn't buy a scooter is I don't want to ride the thing that actually just projects that I'm in a midlife crisis.
You know, I'm not entirely sure that's true, John. You know, I mean, going through a midlife crisis, buy a red Corvette. Going through a midlife crisis, buy a red Vespa. I'm not entirely sure that's true, but maybe half.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
The second thing I don't want to do is I don't want to have to start carrying mustache wax in my pocket all the time so I look like an awesome hipster.
You are already an awesome hipster, so tra-la-la.
Yeah, just stay away from the Vespa then. You'll be
And
good.
stop photographing your lunch.
I'm also very afraid that nobody will want to go on a ride with me because I can only go up to 40 miles an hour.
Oh, that's not true.
No?
No, scooters go very fast.
Now, no, that is a fair point. If it's a 50cc, that's just really easy to ride and anyone can ride
Oh
it.
God, I've got a Vespa 50 in the
that is
shop
true.
right now. It is woeful.
However,
It really is.
120, I mean, say 150 and up, they get along.
No,
They get along.
a 150 will do 65, and the 300s will do 80. So hush your noise. We're shooting you down, John.
I know you are. So, I mean, similar to that last one, I'm concerned about the risk of being overtaken by a jogger on the street.
Well, you
stay off of the Yamaha C3. You'll be fine.
You could get involved with dices with, the postman walking his round.
And I actually want to say one of the things that I love, even on my Elite 125 when I had it, I'll filter up to the front of the pack of the cars and be,
yes,
neck and neck with a car at a stoplight. When that light turns green, nothing beats it in a drag race. In a 30-foot drag race, nothing beats a scooter. And I'll be across the limit line on the other side before the car next to me's rear wheels have crossed its limit lines.
VT transmission, baby.
I mean, there's nothing faster.
Oh, yeah. Keep going, John.
So I'm really concerned that my nickname would change from Stumpy John to Scooter McGee.
I like that name.
Where did you get McGee from?
Seriously, that's a nightmare.
Actually, Scooter Diotti.
I do not want to have to explain to Melissa why I spent all of our money on a scooter instead of a romantic weekend getaway.
Oh,
see?
So this is where that formula comes in again.
Yes.
What was it? The CNF?
Yes.
But hold on.
Yes.
This is something we brought up, and we were even talking about scooters last night with your wife, who was like, when we said, and you could ride it too, and she's like, yeah.
And
yeah.
When I go back to my dinks sharing the Burgman, it's a perfect sharing vehicle.
Yeah. I think this is something you can appeal. And a lot of people who don't ride, I'm not just going to say women or wives, people who don't ride are intimidated by a bike, but not by a scooter.
Right. And?
So my next concern, this is a big concern too. I do not want to look like I'm too lazy to walk and too cheap to buy a real motorcycle.
Oh, God. But you're both, John.
Actually,
you're both already. So come on now.
Actually, no. I'm going to speak up on this one. This one is good.
Yes.
And we're gonna take a beat from Bagel here because he doesn't give a flying fuck what anyone.
He doesn't.
Thinks.
He's the most badass guy in the world.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's the thing. And when I go out, and I wonder what I look like when I go ride my scooter. I put on my skid lid. And I put on my Husqvarna dirt biking gloves, and I'm on my Honda scooter. So oftentimes in my Icon, jacket, and I'm like, God, if somebody's like,
that's
confused.
a pretty picture right there.
I know. I'm like, yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
it's really freeing to have I really don't care attitude.
It's liberating, John.
Yeah.
Oh well, maybe I need that. Okay. If I'm concerned that if I try to look too tough on the scooter, I'll end up looking like a tea drinking British person.
Don't you start with me and my tea consumption. Don't you start. I've got the simple solution.
Drink gin instead, right?
Yeah, drink gin instead. No, all you need to do is, because you've got a scooter and you've got room for a cassette player. And so you have some speakers and you just play the fabulous Thunderbirds.
Oh.
Ain't I Tough Enough? Over and over again.
Great idea.
Yeah, over and over. That's your soundtrack on a scooter. Ain't that tough enough? It's a
See, I put a boombox on the back of my scooter once and just played ABBA everywhere I went.
There you go. I think I play Right Said Fred. I'm concerned I would get constantly tired after yelling "wee you" every time I pass a police car.
Wee woo. Is him with that bloody wee woo. What's that bloody wee woo tea drinker again?
Okay, no, I'm going to comment on this one. I got this one. As I stated earlier with parking on the sidewalk, you're invisible on a scooter. Yeah. They'll be looking around like, where'd that sound come from? You are absolutely invisible. Scooterists never do anything wrong.
No.
Never.
So they think.
That's right. And want to be mild.
Lastly, I'm going to have to start trying to convince everyone that the annoying buzzing sound my scooter makes is actually charming.
I mean, that is a very, very real thing, because to hear a scooter is to dislike a scooter.
Exactly.
But we can work on that, John. I mean, I can do you a modified exhaust. You know, I think buzzing, unacceptable. Farting in the bath. If we could get it from buzzing to farting in the bath, and get you know, if we could get it up to that level, I think we could.
Instead of potato be.
Other than, was that a P200E up there, the green one?
Yes, that's a P200E.
So, other than a two-stroke, do any scooters have a wonderful exhaust note?
I mean, it's a four-stroke single, and four-stroke singles, especially small ones, are not the most wondrous sounding things in the world. Yeah, I mean, you can get them to have a little bit.
You can barely hear it.
The big problem with scooters is they've got CVT transmissions, so you're not ripping up and down through the gears. You get this drone, blah, blah, and that's exactly, you know, it's just like monitor. Blah. So it's, you know, you make them louder. It just, instead of being, blah, blah, you know, that's it. But we could help you with that.
Maybe like
You could do
a straight pipe on a scooter, maybe?
No, what you could do is you could steal one of the sports car noises out of a Tesla. I pulled
and put it in my cassette player.
No, I pulled up alongside this Tesla the other day, and I was actually on Rufus, and Rufus is quite quiet because he's got the. And I heard this. I'm like, where the hell's that coming? It's coming from the friggin' Tesla. And the guy, I said, "Is that got a conversion?" He says, "No, there's a button on the dash." And you press the button. This is absolutely true.
Yeah.
You press the button on the dash, and it's got like the Mustang soundtrack. And as you pull away, it sounds like a Mustang 5.0 on straight pipes ripping up through the gears.
I have not found that yet in my mom's Tesla.
No, this is the one with the S.
The X. The X has the gull wing doors.
No,
the S.
The S, the small one.
No, that's
the three.
The 3.
The S was the one my dad had.
No, it's the 3. The 3 has got the Mustang noise.
But what I have discovered that drives my mom crazy is you could turn the screen into a fireplace.
Oh, good.
So it's got the fireplace setting, but the thing that drives her nuts. Do you know about the fart machine?
No.
So there's a fart machine setting.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you can press it. Oh, no, here's where it gets even better. Because there's speakers, or surround sound speakers in there, you can pick which seat the farting is coming from. Yes.
That makes me
you
love
pick
Elon
which
Musk
seat
even
the
more.
farting is coming from. It drives my mom nuts. So, well, I actually found a bike that I think, a scooter, that John should go buy. I'm going to take a look at that. Tell me what you think.
Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, yes.
Oh.
Bloody hell.
I've already established what I think is one of the best scooters ever made is the Elite 250, the one that I have. It zips around. It's fun. It's got all the storage. It's affordable. It's kind of retro. And I found one.
And I tell you what, this one is in classic black. 1986 Honda Elite 250 with 26,586 miles, which is getting up there, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. Rides great. It goes with a helmet and a tailbox trunk. Front and rear brakes work. Hold on.
Oh, that's good.
Electric start with less than 1-year-old battery. Suspension is pretty soft and the radio works perfectly.
Radio?
Yes.
There's a radio?
It goes with 2 other sets of keys, title in hand. And this beast, and the paint looks fantastic on it. Very shiny black and gold. John Player Special style.
They're asking...
$1,850.
Which, how much can we get that down to?
Oh, you're $1,200. You go up there with $1,200 in cash. It's yours.
John.
Is 26,000 miles? That's a little scary.
No, there is a gentleman, I take care of his Elite, and he's a chef at Pebble Beach, and he lives in Salinas, and his Elite has got well over 100,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Really?
And all he uses it for is to get from Pebble Beach to Salinas. That's all he uses it for. Because he's a chef, you know, he knocks off at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And he likes his wife to have the car. So he's got this terrible old Elite. And good, it looks bad. It really does look ugly. but it still runs like an absolute champ. No, I mean, they're low-stress engines, John. And listen, the thing is with any engine, you take care of it. You take care of the oil. You take care of the maintenance. You do your valve clearances. Put plugs in it, blah, blah, blah. That thing would do 100,000 miles easy.
And the thing this has, like mine, it has the tall touring windshield, which I really appreciate. I can ride when it's like drizzling out and not get wet at all. And it has a big tail box to put like your helmet or stuff in.
Put your sandwich in.
But here's the other thing. I think that the Zuma would be a great bike for you. They're fun. Raven has one. But when we ride together, I'm constantly going, the power! And zooming past her. Because I have so much more power than
I think with you on the red Elite 250 and John on the black Elite 250, you two would cut quite a dash. Now, the only thing is, I think Melissa might be a little intimidated by it.
That's whether my concern.
However, you should point out to her that it has a smaller engine than the Rebel.
Now, here's another one that I've been looking at.
Yeah!
It's got some problems.
Genuine Scooter Company Buddy, 2009, pending. Price low because the starter won't work for some reason and it needs front brake fluid, but it starts just fine with a Kickstarter. Everything else is in pristine condition. I'd just buy it.
No. There's another thing.
There's a catch I found. I think the registration's out. So I don't know how long it's been out.
Where does it say that?
Sorry, it's teasy.
It says it's been expired a few years.
I asked him. Yeah, I don't know how many years. I don't know if he's put it on plan.
That can add hundreds of dollars.
Oh,
quickly.
absolutely,
hundreds.
And that probably takes the price right out of it. Then.
So can I have a little rant about the DMV, please?
Yes.
Oh, please.
Oh, thank you. So King Kong is my shop truck, as you know, and King Kong's registration was out. At the end of February 28th to be precise. And for whatever reason, it was mail-in only. I wasn't allowed to do it online. It's mail-in only. So I thought, okay. So I wrote a little check on the 20th of February and mailed everything off, and I didn't hear anything. And so after 3 or 4 weeks, I called up the DMV very, very hard, but I got through to a real person. And I said, no. And he said, these things, the mail-in ones take about 6 weeks to go through. I thought, okay, very good. Got to 6 weeks, which was this week. Still nothing. So I thought, I need to make an appointment to the DMV. In their credit, since COVID, making an appointment at the DMV office is the easiest thing in the world. It's the easiest thing in the world. So I made an appointment, and I went in. And I said to the girl, my registration. And I said, I sent it in. And look, there's a check. Mm-hmm. Where is it? And she said, you owe us $500. And I'm like, what?
For what?
She said, there are fines. And I said, how can there be fines? She said, well, it wasn't submitted until April the 4th. And I said, look, young lady, there is a check there dated February the 20th with truck registration and my license plate on it. Mm-hmm. How can it? And she's like, ooh. So she went off to see a manager, came back, and she said, fine, sir. And gave me my tags.
Oh, that's great.
But had I not been, in my own admission, a gobby mare and a little more timid, or English had been my second language.
Yeah, you just wrote a check for $500.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because
it sat on somebody's desk in Sacramento for 6 weeks. And he finally picked it up on April the 4th. I was like, ooh, late charges.
I had that recently where I had late charges I was charged, and I paid it because I'm like, I guess I forgot to pay. And then I got a refund check back because they realized they were wrong.
Right.
And I'm like, what are they doing?
So, it's a double-edged sword. I must admit, every time I go to the DMV in person, I always get the nicest people, and I actually get great service, but which may come as a surprise. But I think, the whole pandemic fixed a lot of the DMV's problems. But if you ever need to go to the DMV, just make an appointment online.
Yeah,
and you could do it.
AAA is usually quick too.
Yeah, AAA is great, but they couldn't help me. Commercial vehicles, I learnt a lot with King Kong, because King Kong's not like a pickup. King Kong is a commercial vehicle, so you have to have a little weight sticker on the side, and you have to pay this from all these extra things because it's commercial. And I have to stop at weigh stations.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. When I come to a weigh station, I can't just drive past. I get a cop following me. I have to pull in, go over the scales, make sure I'm not overweight. And I have been packing on the pounds lately.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. I need to knock off the cheeseburgers. Sorry, I was going off at a tangent again.
So I had posted this question on our Discord. We have conversations going on Discord.
Yes, which is kind of like disco with a RD at the end.
Yeah. So if you want to get in on there, got all sorts of conversations going on there.
Yeah, what's going on Discord?
And hey, I put the link in the show notes. But some of the I was asking them, if you were to consider a scooter, what would you consider? And the Buddy 125 has come up. The Bieber Vespa.
Oh yeah,
that Phil
has one of those,
talks
right?
about. Yeah, I've seen it. So basically, Vespa.
It's all white, right?
It's a Vespa 300, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But it's Bieber signature. It's all white. But the problem is, it's white on places you don't want white, like the floorboards and the hand grips.
Oh.
Those are just going to get mucky. But what they're saying is people are having trouble selling these. So just wait, the price is going to go down, and then you can just.
Didn't Phil want to make it into a cow or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Did I ever tell you, John, about my Jensen Interceptor?
No.
So I had a Jensen Interceptor, which was a very, very posh English car, and it had cream colour wool carpets.
Wool? Wow.
But they were cream, like magnolia. Very pale, almost white. Wool carpets. The amount of crap I tried.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, they were like dirty the second day.
They look good one day in a row, and that's it.
Yeah, well, that's it. They look good when you clean them.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
So there's somebody else, Street Fighter Alpha V2 had made a suggestion of what scooter he would get if he could. And I think you're going to like this one.
Yes, go on.
It is Pee Wee Herman scooter.
Listen, anything
that's the greatest.
Anything that Pee Wee Herman does is just the greatest.
No.
Well, not everything.
No, everything, including fiddling with himself in the back row of the cinema. That's
I don't even know
enough.
what this thing started life as, but what I wanted to make the point of, this is actually a kick scooter.
Yes. And Honda.
A highly modified kick scooter.
Yeah, and Honda did rather well with the kick scooters.
And I wanted to bring that up. In fact, I want to do a little role playing here, if you guys can play along.
S&M?
No. Because I
as long as I have to wear the mask, I'm good.
The old-timey motorcycle mask.
Oh, that reminds
Unless it's
me.
pink.
I have to load up the GIMP mask for the rally. I want you to pretend that you are partners in a PR firm, okay?
Well, me and Johnny.
Yep. And I am coming to you.
Me and Scooter McGee.
Because I have a product that I need rebranded.
Okay.
So, I believe personally that one of the issues that scooters aren't more, common or more accepted.
Yes.
Is the name scooter. Because when you say scooter, a lot of people think of these little kick scooters like this, right?
Yes.
And it does seem weird that they share the name. Also, mobility scooters.
Yes.
Right? These are not cool things. So I am coming to your firm.
Yes.
Hi.
What's our firm's name?
Scooter McGee
and Company.
Yeah.
and Company. No.
Scooter McGee's Chop Shop.
How about Gin and Stumpy?
Yeah, Gin and Stumpy.
All right, there we go.
Okay. Hey, my name is Liza Miller, and I represent the Scooter Manufacturers of America.
Hi, my name's Jen, by the way.
Yeah, hi, Jen. And I'm coming to you for some help.
I'm Stumpy.
Coming to you for some help. I believe that
You've come to the right place.
we need to do
ma'am.
some rebranding. We want to sell more scooters to more people. We think that there's a market out there, but
Babbling from the sick
we
bed.
need a rebrand. And I want to know what your pitches are. What could we rename them and get rid of scooter? We need something
Yeah,
new.
Scooter's terrible, isn't it?
It is.
So, you know,
Are you in?
Yes, no, yes, Stumpy here. Stumpy here. Hello, welcome to the agency. Yes, it's jolly nice. Call me on the Monte Carlo number. It's 1-2-345-6789. No, I think Scooter is a very old-fashioned name. Terribly old-fashioned name. Presents completely the wrong image. We need something modern, edgy, with all the shine on it. So where do we use scooters? We use them in urban environments. So urban environments, we need to include urban. Do you agree with that, Jin?
Wait, what's Jin's accent?
No, he's American.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Call blimey, Dick Van Dyke's arrived in the house. How about that? So no, we need to really focus on the fact that it's an urban environment.
We call it the urban brawler.
Ooh, I like that, the urban brawler. No, that might intimidate a few people because not everybody likes brawlers, you see. Urban cruiser, the urban cruiser. I like the idea of it being urban cruiser.
I that's not bad, except that cruiser is also a name used by the motorcycle community, and I think it's too close. But I'm liking urban. I like where you're going with that.
Yes.
Like urban people mover or urban. I like that, but we need something better than the scooter.
Right.
Maybe even a acronym.
Fred.
Fast, reliable,
Yes.
energetic,
Yes.
damn sexy.
Yes. Fred.
Well,
how about that? Call blimey.
let's
It's
go
a
back.
winner. Chicken dinner.
Well, let's go back to what you were talking about because our market. We want to appeal to the young executives.
Right.
And what was that word?
Oh, it'd have to be a hipster thing then.
Oh, dinks.
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 Should we call them dinks? Dinkies? No.
No.
Dinks. No.
So, I've got it. Transpo for dinkies.
The dink transporter.
The dink transporter.
Oh.
No, but yes.
Wait, transpocycle.
What?
Transpocycle. No.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, this is hard.
You know what I need? I need a large gin and tonic and to lie down on the couch and think about it very hard.
Well, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to put this out to our listeners.
I agree completely.
I want to hear from you guys. What can we rename scooters? I mean, I do think that the name is somewhat problematic. It does not lend to maturity. I mean, maybe something death in the name. Death mobility. I don't know.
The urban,
Deathmobile.
the carver.
No, going back to Miss Emma, I think the term scooter, I think, is problematic for a number of ways because, you've got the child scooter and the kick scooter. When I was a toddler, I had a scooter. And it's like a little plate, and you step on, and you kind of scooted yourself along. And then you've got the mobility scooter. And, we should really move beyond that because scooters have grown up. And, it's...
I got one.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, we have motorcycles. What about modern cycles? The mods? Modern cycle. It's not great, but it's the least worst. Okay. Modern cycle. Mod cycle. Ooh, mod cycle. Maybe we need to start calling them mod cycles. Let's try it out. We'll try it out. But listeners, we want you to send in your ideas.
And if you want to call them Fred, that's okay too.
I have to say mod cycle's growing on me. Mod cycle's growing on me. Okay, well, it brings me to our next segment. And this is perfect because, John, what accent were you just doing?
Dick Van Dyke.
I guess it was Dick Van Dyke.
It's a little bit hard to tell.
Hello, I'm Dick Van Dyke.
So
it's a jolly holiday with Harry.
So, I'm glad you did that because this next game involves accents.
Accent.
Oh yes, and Emma, you don't like doing them, but you're going to have to do it now.
No, I don't mind.
Okay, so here's how it works.
Yes.
I have come up with a list of motorcycle or scooter companies.
Oui.
Okay. They are either American, British, or Australian.
Blimey!
They may be current or they may be long gone defunct.
They may be currants or maybe raisins.
So, and John, I'm just going to say, Emma has a distinct advantage.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Distinct advantage.
Oh,
But
not really.
Just remember, you have a 33% chance of being right.
That's
And
true.
his British accent is far better
So-
than my American one.
Here's how it's going to work.
Because I get all like drawly and Texan.
I'm
and
going to read
stupid.
to you the name of this motorcycle company,
Yeah.
and then you need to answer in an accent
Okay.
if you think it's an American company, a British company, or an Australian company.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it?
Yep.
Who wants to go first?
John can go first.
All right, John, are you ready?
I am.
The first one is called Thumpstar.
Thumpstar. Themstar. Themstar. I'm going to go with American on that one.
Do you know the answer, Emma?
No, of course not.
Thumpstar is an Australian pit bike manufacturing company started in 2004, with success quickly finding its way to the brand and Thumpstar making more, listen to this, than $45 million in its first 13 months of
Wow.
business making pit bikes.
Wow.
Australian pit bikes. All right, no point. All right, Emma,
Hello.
this next one is called Vento. Vento. Vento.
Well, I think that's American.
Well, Vento was a motorcycle, scooter, and ATV manufacturer from the United States.
Dang!
The name of the company is Italian for wind,
Yes.
and the company.
I always have plenty of that, especially after eating Indian
But here's
food.
what's funny. The company was founded in Mexico in 1996, and the parts come from Italy, China, Japan, and Taiwan, with some of its suppliers also selling to Harley-Davidson.
Cool, blimey.
It's a global brand
So
called
that's
Vento.
nil point
But it was an
for
American company.
Nil point for John, 10 million points for Emma.
Okay, Emma gets one. All right.
Million.
All right.
John
John
gets minus 1 million.
This next one is Duzmo. Duzmo Motorcycles. Duzmo. Duzmo.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go with British.
Oh, blimey.
And Emma, what do you think?
I have no clue.
It was a British motorcycle
Yes.
manufacturer founded in Enfield Highway, London,
Enfield makes sense.
from 1919 to 1923.
How about that Duzmo?
Duzmo. All right,
My dad had one.
Emma.
Not really.
Yes, darling.
Simplex Manufacturing Corporation
American.
was an American manufacturer that made motorcycles from
was easy.
1935 to 1975. Between 1935 and 1960, Simplex made variations of the Simplex Servicycle, including the Simplex Automatic. Simplex was the only motorcycle manufacturer located in the Deep South for many years
Yep.
until Confederate motorcycles began production,
Yep.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was.
They're not called Confederate anymore, right? What's the name?
Curtis.
Curtis,
right.
yeah.
All right, John.
Yep.
Sol Invictus.
Sol Invictus.
Don't forget, your answer needs to be in an accent.
I'm going to go with British again.
Is a motorcycle company that is an Australian brand that stays dedicated to its philosophy when it comes to building and designing motorcycles, create a modern incarnation of the golden age motorcycles of the past for riders today.
Cool,
Sol
blimey.
It's not helpful when they
Invictus.
have Latin names.
All right, Emma.
Hello.
Silk Engineering.
Oh, it was British, darling.
That is
Two-stroke.
correct.
Developed from the Scott Flying Squirrel, Silk Engineering, 700cc, twin-cylinder, two-stroke.
Until 1979.
That could be fun.
Yeah, and beautifully built.
Huh.
Absolute. Silk Engineering, loud as hell.
Yep. Okay, and founder George Silk.
Yes. Jojo. Silk
All right, John.
To you,
Yep.
darling.
The Yankee Motorcycle Company.
Well, I mean, there's an obvious answer. I'm just trying to figure out if the too obvious is not obvious. The obvious is going to scare. I'm starting to overthink this whole thing now. I'm okay. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm gonna go with American.
Which was produced in Schenectady, New York.
Thank you.
Back in the 1970s. Yeah, I thought you might overthink it. That's why. All right, Emma.
Hello.
Abbotsford.
Gotta be Australian, mate.
Was an Australian manufacturer of motorcycles. The company was headquartered in Abbotsford, Victoria, Australia. Operated from 1912 to 1913. Not a long run.
Nah, it's true. Then they started making Arnott's Tim Tams.
All right, John. Ace Motor Corporation.
I'm going to have to go with British because of the cafe.
Oh, simply Ace, darling.
Do you know the answer, Emma?
I'm clueless.
Was a motorcycle manufacturer in continuous operation from 1919 to 1924 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia, freedom.
All right. Emma.
Yes, darling.
Wasp motorcycles.
Wasp.
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Wasp.
It's not Australian. It's either... I'm going to go American, and the reason I'm going American is based solely on the San Jose Bee, which was a thing back in the turn of the 20th century. It's American.
They are a motorcycle and sidecar manufacturer based in Dinton near Salisbury, England.
Oh, God, they're the off-roaders.
That specializes in building competitions, solo and sidecar machines for motocross trials and sidecar grass track, as well as the Wasp three-wheel freedom for disabled riders.
Now, what was the San Jose Bee? I don't know about that.
The San Jose Bee... Yeah, I went off on that tangent. I completely forgot about Wasp. Amazing looking thing. You know, this motorbike and sidecar at crazy angles. They got knobby tyres on them. No, the San Jose Bee, I think like 1905 or 1906. And it was really early American manufacture, you know, when there was like a ton of them. Incredibly rare. You might find a picture of a San Jose Bee if you're lucky.
Yeah, it was a motorcycle and a scooter, right?
No, just motorcycle only.
All right, we're almost done with this game. So
yes,
stick with me,
yes,
John.
Yes.
This next one is it's a motorcycle that we have mentioned on the show before.
Ooh.
But I'm banking that not everybody knows where it's actually from. The Quasar.
The Quasar. I'm going to go Australia.
Emma, where's the Quasar from?
Oh, it's a good Brummy bike. It was made in England.
Yes. These are the semi-enclosed feet-forward motorcycles with an 850cc four-cylinder inline engine capable of cruising at 90 to 100 miles per hour. Made from 1975 to 1982, and they're still very collectible, and people get together for rides. But it's fully enclosed, so it's like a little car, so it's like almost like an autocycle. All right. You didn't get that one. So Emma, last one.
Yes,
right
darling.
now the score is 4 to 2. So I'm going to say that Emma, you need to, since you have a distinct advantage, you need to get twice the points as him.
Okay.
So you need to get this one right to win. Because right now you're tied.
Okay, very good.
Okay. This last one is Hunter motorcycles.
Hunter. Gonna go Australia, mate.
For the win, because they are an Australian motorcycle brand specializing in low to high capacity street and tour style bikes. The first Hunter motorcycle was approved for sale in Australia by the Department of Infrastructure back in 2007.
Fantastic.
Department of Infrastructure. I thought that was interesting. That's who approves it.
Emma for the win.
Emma for the win.
What
for
a
the
shocker.
win.
What a surprise.
What a shocker.
Isn't that interesting? But going back to scooters, I mean, I hope, John, that you do get one.
No, I'm interested.
They're fun. And, you know...
Get that buddy. I can't see how you can go wrong. I can fix that starting issue like that.
It all depends on the back fees. Right.
Yeah, well, it's the back fees that'll get you.
Well, and, you know, I've always said that the biker I have the most respect for is the one that has a Harley, like a dirt bike, and a scooter. because for people who have scooters, they don't care what people think. It is purely for them, for the function, for the economic reasons, whatever. But it's also fun, and that's something I do appreciate about scooterists. Now, I'm not saying that about the flip-flop wearing scooterists. Those are usually college kids who just don't give a. They don't. That's all they could afford to get. And we have to remember too. I mean, Emma, around the world, scooters are.
Oh, they're huge.
Huge.
And that's a point I wanted to make, even about the larger scooters like the Burgman. We tend to get so tied up, and it's a British thing as well as an American thing, about what a specific, I'm worried about this doing this function. Whereas overseas, it doesn't matter. You just buy what is the best thing for the job. And scooters are wildly popular.
Well, and we haven't even touched on, and I specifically left it out, but since we have some time, I'll get into it. We haven't even talked about electric scooters.
No, yeah.
Well,
now, electric scooters are a great example of when electric will work. We've talked about this a lot with the Zeros and the large bikes. They lose their efficiency when you're going over 35 miles per hour.
Right.
And it goes it goes down further. The faster you go, the less efficient it is. But on a scooter, since you're rarely going faster than 45, you're going to be at max efficiency.
So I was doing a pickup on a broken down motorcycle on Highway 1 in Monterey about 3 days ago. And the traffic's, it's quiet. And I hear this. And I look up, and it's one of those BMW...
That's what Superman sounds like when he goes by.
And it's one of those white BMW scooters with the... I don't know whether you've seen them. They're kind of white with the orange blocks on them.
That's the one you need the hook for, right? At the service department?
No, this is BMW.
And it's electric.
Yes, BMW electric scooter. And I looked at it, and I'm like, that's the future. It looked and sounded like the future. And it had two very, very modern looking
That's really interesting looking.
Yeah.
See?
It had two very, very... Can I see it? Can I see it, John?
That looks like something from
That's
Buck
it.
Rogers.
Yeah, but you got to find a white one. Hang on.
It's cool looking.
Oh, it's amazing looking. There you are. There's a white one.
And see, here's the problem. I'm trying to Google electric scooters, and all I'm coming up with are like Razor scooters.
Yeah. Look at that thing. That's what it was. And
that's like something from like Akira.
But
that's really cool. I wonder how much they cost, though.
Yeah, but that went past, and I'm like, that's the future.
Oh, 20 grand. No wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but
he was booking as well. I mean, thing had to be doing 80.
That's cool. It's actually probably one of the cooler looking scooters, the modern ones.
Well, and we've often balked about electric propulsion with motorcycles because it's this, because it's not this, blah, blah, blah. Maybe electric propulsion with two wheels has more of a future with scooters than it does with traditional motorcycles.
Vespa has a really sweet looking electric one also.
Oh, no, that's absolutely darling, isn't it? It really is.
Well, and I think we can even go back to one of our favorite electric scooters of all time. Do you remember the Dong?
Oh, yeah.
The Dong. How could I forget the Dong?
It was Benelli, wasn't it?
Oh, my gosh. The Dong scooter. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it is an atrocity.
Now, darlings, I want you to carry on without me. I'm going to the restroom, but I fear that Bagel might be in there. So I'm probably going to use your restroom, Liza. So I'll be back in a couple.
So there's a lot of scooters, and especially, I love to go on AliExpress.
I know you do.
I do. And I have to say, a lot of them are a bit sketch. You don't know what you're getting. I don't really recommend them unless you want to just...
roll the dice.
Yeah, and have fun with it.
Yeah.
But this is something that I think if you are ever considering getting an electric vehicle, I mean, to get an electric car is quite an investment. To get an electric motorcycle, it's limiting if you're riding with people on gas bikes. But to have an electric scooter for bopping around doing errands, it's not a bad idea, really.
Yeah, I'd be much more interested in an electric scooter than I would an electric motorcycle at this point.
Ooh. Oh, John.
Uh-oh, what?
I found, the Amigo scooter.
$1,900. Yeah.
$2,000 for an Amigo scooter, and it looks kind of, what do you call that? Urban
It almost looks like
Explorer
the Honda. Yeah.
or something, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what gets me with these scooters is when they put the dual sport tires on there. That's what makes me want to do bad things with them.
True.
When they put tires that say, let's go in the dirt. I'm like, all right, let's do that. I just want to do bad things with them. So, John, what do we got to do to get you on a scooter?
I got to find one in my budget.
How about this one?
The Cruisin' Cooler
It's a cooler on wheels.
Oh, it looks like a sea.
That would be that might be the ultimate vintage motorcycle days vehicle right there.
So electric scooters, the only other thing, even though, yes, I think that potentially that could be a good thing, but most of them are Chinese and are maybe junk. Like, so you have to proceed with caution there. But when you start going on to like AliExpress, there's hundreds.
Well, I think I always make fun of you for your AliExpress purchases, Liza. And you said something that kind of really put it into perspective a little bit for me. Because to you, it's not necessarily the product you get, it's the adventure of what you're going to get. Because, it's a 50-50.
It's a crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot. Yeah. And you might get something that's really good or something that's really terrible. Like a bath towel that's like 3x5.
I did get that.
I remember that.
I did order that. It's hard to tell scale when you're looking at a picture.
Yes. Well, the people who made it were quite small.
But there's some crazy stuff. Like, I don't even know what this is. I mean, I'm on AliExpress, and it's a 2022 scooter that, look at this, Emma. It looks like a Vespa. Now, full disclosure, it says it's $708, and then in the fine print with another $600 in shipping fees. But that puts you at $1,200. Looks like a Vespa knockoff that's probably an electric scooter. Now,
challenge is if a battery goes bad or something like that, then what do you get?
Sure, but even if the range is 45 miles, so what? How often are you going out and running errands and doing that many miles? Never. So there's a lot out there to choose from. There's a lot of used scooters out there to choose from, like the ones that we were stating.
Right.
And ones we haven't even got to. Again, I love the Elites. We have done stupid things on the Elites, pulled chariots and gone on long distance rides. You missed, I used to do a thing called the Timbut 200, where it was 150 cc's or less, and we'd do a 200-mile ride.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
So I was investigating. I was investigating this scooter you showed me, and when they took that picture of it, like some celebrities, they take you, and it's very complimentary.
Yeah.
And then you see another picture of me. Oh dear. That's not a good-looking bike.
What are you talking about?
That looks like a scooter that somebody has described over the phone.
I have to admit, I wasn't sure looking at it if it was a 3-inch scale model or a real one.
But that first picture, it's very complimentary.
But look, it's got buttons in Japanese or Chinese.
Yes.
It has a high elastic cushion.
I saw the high elastic cushion.
Yeah.
What is a high elastic?
Foam.
Yes.
And my favorite is the mirrors that are mounted
upside down and left to right.
But still, if we're talking $1,200, and this is what I was saying, these are affordable.
Yeah. I mean,
Be it a used Honda or a new whatever. I'm just saying, the scooter world, you're looking at.
There is an elephant in the room with electric propulsion from cheapola manufacturers. Now, as you know, I am a member of many Facebook and Instagram groups, and one of my favorites is Things Blowing Up. And Things Blowing Up is just an Instagram group of things blowing up. And an alarming number of them are electric vehicles going boom in in China. And I tell you what, when those batteries go, they go.
They go big.
They go big. And you could argue, well, if you buy a cheap Chinese gas-powered vehicle like your Amigo, the carburetor could pee fuel out everywhere and the thing could set itself on fire. But there's something about electrical fires that are quite frightening.
So here's something I found. I love this rivals the high elastic seat.
High elastic cushion.
It's got the 1200 watt motor vacuum tire.
Oh, vacuum tire.
It sounds like they put a bunch of words together that sounded important.
Yes.
I think what they're saying, it has a hub motor.
A hub.
But I don't know where vacuum comes in. Anyway, point being, consider a scooter for all the reasons that we said. They're fun. And I wish Bagel were here. I've heard that the rallies get quite out of control. That scooterists know how to party, if you know what I mean.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. So scooterists are people too, and you should consider a scooter. We have time for a couple emails. John, can you start with the one that you have?
Yes. This is from Bobby V.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby Vinton. No. And includes a nice
Bobby V.
Bobby V. That's a cool name.
He's got to be from Jersey.
He's got to be.
Does the night have 1,000 eyes?
So he bought a 1988 Honda Magna.
A magma.
So, hi, Misfits.
Hello, Bobby V.
I recently bought an old bike from 1988, and the front rim is a tubeless rim, but there's a tube tire installed, and it doesn't look like there's a tube installed underneath it. So, sounds like what he's talking about is that there's a tube tire, but there's no tube that's mounted on a tubeless rim.
Hang on.
All right. What he's saying is...
Don't take over. I can handle it.
Okay.
So he's asking, he says, tell me why.
Tell me why.
And tell me why. Tell me why all this tire's holding air, and tell me why.
Tell me why.
Thank you. I should have any safety concerns. The tire holds air, no different than any other tire. Am I taking a big risk every time I go for a ride? My friend who works at Cycle Gear is trying to convince me to buy new tires so I don't die. Is he right? Cheers.
So he's got a tubed tire on a tubeless rim with no tube.
Great looking bike. Okay, Bobby V, you need to replace your tires
post-haste
immediately, and I shall tell you why.
Tell me why.
The first is, in order to run tubeless tires, there are two things you must have. You must have a tubeless rim. You must have tubeless tires. If you have a tube-type rim or tube-type tires, you cannot run them tubeless. On the other side of the coin, if you have a tubeless tire and a tubeless rim and you get a puncture, you can put a tube in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, my Jag, because it's posh, has got chrome rims, which are very shiny and I love them very much. But all the chrome's flaked off inside, so they won't hold air anymore. Rather than buy new unchromed rims, because I'm cheap, I just put tubes in them. So I've probably got the only Jag in the world with friggin' tubes.
And I believe the reason you're saying that you need to change your tires is because there is a bead that locks into the rim.
Right, now it's holding... Yes, exactly. Now it's holding air right now. That is purely coincidental. But there's a second factor, Bobby V. I know for a fact that tube-type tires that will fit your Magna haven't been around for donkey's years. So I would put money your tires are probably as old as the Carter administration. Maybe older. No, I mean, when a tire gets to 5 years, I, as a dealer, cannot sell it.
Right.
When a tire gets to 10 years, you throw it away, no matter who's selling it. So let's take a scenario. We have a brand new tire, dated 2018.
The scooter tire that came in with a leak today, it was a 2018.
Right. I couldn't sell that as a new tire in the shop, even if it was a brand new tire, but I could give it to you.
Yeah.
And you're safe to use it. You know, it's an older tire on a low-performance application. But when a tire gets to 10 years, it doesn't matter whether it's brand new, it's done 100 miles, 10, you throw them away. I have a suspicion that tire, knowing that it is a full-size tire in tube type, which haven't been around for a long time, that could be a 20-year-old tire.
So, and part of the risk here, too, is if the air pressure gets low, that tire can just come off because it doesn't have the bead in the rim, right?
No, the rim's got the bead, but the tire could
The rim does, but the tire doesn't have the bead to fit into the rim.
Right, so, you know...
It could be a dangerous situation. I think that's why your friend is saying it's a death trap, get it changed.
Yeah, for a number of reasons, Bobby V, because we like you, and you've got a cool name, and you've got a very cool bike. So don't be cheap.
Or
change your tires.
If it's not outdated, get a tube. You just have to cut the stem out.
I guarantee it's going to be
I'm just
ancient.
saying.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your new bike, though.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love those things.
And funnily enough,
yes,
the next email is also about tires.
And this is from Alejandro Ramirez.
Alejandro?
No, it's actually Alexander, but I bet he calls it Alejandro. Hello, Misfits.
Hello.
I have a 2022 Kawasaki Vulcan S with only 1,700 miles on it. It's a
it's brand
very
new.
good bike. After going on my first ride of the year in Minnesota, I bet he doesn't call himself Alejandro. He's like, sure.
He's Alex.
I noticed grooves in my rear tyre. I took it down to the dealership I bought it from to make sure there was nothing wrong with it. I was told it was okay and my tyre was probably low. When I got home, I checked the PSI and it was only 4 PSI low. I aired it up and went for another ride yesterday, and when I got home, I checked it now and the grooves seemed to be deeper. Should I be concerned about this? Attached is a picture from when I first noticed it. Any help would be appreciated. And I'm kind of not sure what I'm looking at. I need a full-size picture with this. Have you got the full-size picture, Liza?
I don't, but I think better quality I can bring up.
Yeah, and as long as I can kind of zoom in, because all I'm seeing is the tread on the tyre. Let's have a look at this.
Yeah. So this is the picture.
Okay, pass it around. Yes, let's have a look. Let's Alejandro.
Now, and he said that he was only running 4 PSI low, so that wouldn't cause any issue, unless at another time it was actually a lot lower than that. I mean, 4 PSI is a variable just from the weather changing, you know?
That is the damnedest thing. So...
It's almost like you ought to change it just for safety.
No, that's rubbing on something. I guarantee, and I'll tell you what, the thing with the Vulcan S is they're a good-looking bike, but they're kind of droopy in the back, and that's the kind of style of the bike. There's not much room. Mm-hmm. That's rubbing on something. I guarantee you that now. That is the damnedest thing, because it's uniform. But
maybe somebody changed. No, it's a brand new bike, so he wouldn't have lowered the shocks.
Is it a flat spot or what is it?
No. You look at that. I guarantee you've never seen anything like that.
Misalignment? Check the axle?
No, it's
wow.
It's not an alignment. That is actually rubbing on something.
I know, but if it was misaligned, could it be rubbing on something?
No,
they look like they're straight lines. So what would it be rubbing on underneath?
On something under the fender.
Yeah. So
he needs to get his hand under the fender.
I mean, could it just be? We don't know his dimensions. Is it just undersprung?
But Emma, they're evenly spaced apart,
right?
Unless there's a comb in there.
Yeah, and that's why it is a very, very weird thing. I'm almost wondering if there is a stretch of road that he goes over that's got maybe a grid, but that doesn't look like road wear.
That's almost too perfect for driving.
That looks exactly like it is dragging on something on the bike, like a comb. And I'm trying to think what would cause that.
It looks like it's evenly spaced out about a quarter of an inch, and there's striations going the circumference of the tire.
God
like every
bloody
quarter inch.
hell, Liza! Did you just
Striations? Wow!
Did you just swallow a dictionary?
What?
You friggin'! I got your striations right here. That's rubbing on something, and the only way that a tire could look like that's not a fault in the tire.
What's in there? There's the inner fender liner.
There's the inner fender liner. There's the catalytic converter underneath, which is unlikely.
I wonder if he's got a mod on his license plate or something.
I don't know.
So take the wheel off and inspect everything that also has rub marks on it.
Well, you know...
Is that a shaft or chain?
No, it's chain. Chain, a very good bike. But if you see a Vulcan S, they're very droopy in the back. There's not a lot of clearance on there. It's not what you call a high clearance bike. And if he's got it loaded up, if he's got some luggage on it or something, that's rubbing.
So I'm going to make a suggestion how to save this tire. Just get some silicone caulk.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so you should use some tile grout. No, it is very interesting. I've not seen this, and I don't know how a manufacturer wear could.
That is not a fault in the tire.
Yeah,
that is one of two things. That is either rubbing on something under the fender, which is a high candidate, or there is a particular piece of road he rides on that is, the
like a bridge or something,
like a bridge, or has been resurfaced and has been cut weird, and there's a sharp pattern that's cutting into the tire.
So, Alex, take a look at that. Let us know, because now you have us curious, and it's.
I mean,
to
I've seen wear like that, but not so uniform. But I stick my neck out. That is wear on the tire. That's not a fault in the tire.
Okay.
It's a very peculiar wear characteristic, and like I say, there's only two places it can come from: the road itself or something on the bike.
But if it was on the bike, you'd see some shavings, wouldn't you?
No, not necessarily. Because it's only just kissing it.
Oh, those striations would match something like a rectifier.
Maybe.
Is there any way there's a rectifier mounted under there? Or under the seat that maybe...
it's...
That's the only thing I can think of that would have that pattern.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Dig deeper. Let us know. We're curious. We're about to wrap.
Hang on. I want to make something. I want to make something clear before we say goodbye.
What?
Alex, don't be frightened about riding your bike, because I mean, I don't want us to have filled you with fear. Listen for strange noises, strange smells, and just general dragging.
Oh, I think I figured out what it is.
Go on.
He ran over a squirrel, and it's under there, just trying to. He's digging in with his claws.
It's next door neighbor's cat.
There's 10, so there's 5 claws.
Isn't that the damnedest thing, though?
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
It's a big ass.
All right, are you done now?
It's a big stripy humpty back spider.
Are you done
That's
now?
what it is. Yes, I'm done. Thank you.
Next weekend.
Yes.
The rally.
It's the rally.
Is the rally. Well, Emma and I are going to be there along with many people. We are sold out. We're excited.
Hey, how many are going?
I'm going to be there.
50. 50 was our number.
Coincidentally, my IQ.
Yes, exactly. John, you're going to be there for some of the time.
Friday and Saturday. Then I'm coming back for the garage.
And then, John, thank you very much. I was going to say that. John has volunteered to come.
Running the garage.
Run the garage on Sunday. And I asked Ellie to come hang out with you.
She told me, yeah.
Because we still want to be able to provide to people who show up. Like the people we helped today with the scooter tire with a leak.
Yes.
Or the guy who showed up on the V-Strom who needed help.
Modelo gasket.
People can show up and I'll go, I don't know.
So I appreciate that, John.
Sure.
We know that there's a lot of people who are helping out. So even though we're going to be out having fun, you're going to come and open it up. So thank you very much for that.
And, the truth is, John, you might not be alone because Liza and Emma may tire of each other's company by Saturday night. So,
and Emma, I wanted to let you know because I know by the time that rally is done, you're going to be done and headed home. But we're coming back here Sunday night to do our game show.
Yes.
So keep in mind if you're willing to come up here after the rally, or at least to zoom in from your house.
Oh, yes.
Because Matt from Breaking Away Trips will be coming here also, so we can talk about
the worst case scenario, I'll zoom in from my bath.
That's always a pleasure.
And it won't be the first time.
I will record the video then.
I remember that.
Ask Miss Emma from her bath.
Special.
Maybe we need to do that for our Patreon. Do an Ask Miss Emma from
Nobody
the bath.
likes a stinky Miss Emma.
No, but I like being in my bubble bath.
But shoot, guys, we got the next 3 weeks.
Yeah,
are big. We got our rally.
Yes,
and then the weekend after that, we're going to the one show.
Yes, we are.
And then the weekend after that,
the quail.
We're going to the quail.
Yes, we are.
And Emma, I know you're going. I did get you a pass.
I need to talk to Matt. He's not fielding my calls.
Right,
but I think me and Matt are doing the tent.
I thought so, but I did get you a pass.
Great. So either way, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, because here is a Motorcycles and Misfits top tip. If I manage to cajole a tent with me and Matt on the Law Tigers Moto Town, I will be serving ice cold gin and tonics.
I don't know if you can do that.
Yes, I can.
Just don't tell anybody.
No, I don't know if you can do that.
Ice cold gin and tonics throughout the day. What is the difference between me giving away gin and tonics and
I don't
people
know if you
getting...
can serve alcohol at their event.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
There's wine there.
I'm just saying.
There's booze.
Which they have a permit for. I'm saying you need to check.
I'll tell people there's just sodas.
Oh, God. I would do that too. So I
you can just give them tonic and then
just give them
a little shot after.
You want a slug of something special in there?
Tequila and tonic.
So hey, this is where we say.
Oh, I bought my ticket for Vintage Motorcycle Days too.
Yeah, you're excited.
I know.
You're excited. Big thanks to all of our listeners and all of our Patreon subscribers.
Those guys.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
awesome.
we got this. We need to plan a bubble bath episode just for them. And big thanks. We had more people come and drop off gear today. We had a very nice helmet donated, and I made him take 2 things with him. So that was good. We got some more stuff.
Yes, we had it.
There was another guy who came earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a helmet that was in pretty good condition.
Helmut.
Didn't want to throw it away, and he donated it, and he was stoked to take a jacket for his girlfriend and a tank bag for him.
Fantastic. That's the way the pre-exchange works.
So, and before we close, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks to all the Misfits and all the listeners who reached out to me during our trials over with our house stuff. So thank you for everybody. Got a lot of connection from folks.
You are now a Flatlander.
I'm a Flatlander. So just to keep everybody updated, we moved down to Santa Cruz, thankfully. Still trying to figure out what our old house is, but we're settled nicely in a cool little place. It's only 8 minutes from the garage.
So you've only been a Flatlander for a week.
I know.
What do you think?
I'm feeling flat and landy.
But there's something deeply wrong and unsettling, John, that you can live in a house for 25 years, dutifully pay the mortgage, call it home, and then
insurance is a scam.
And then the insurance doesn't pay, and essentially you have to walk away from it. Oh, well, that's kind of heartbreaking.
It is, but it happens. And we got our health. Melissa and I are good.
As long as you got your health.
And now you have access to lots of restaurants.
That's the truth.
Yes.
So, you know what? Life is life.
Actually, John got a twofer this week. He got to have dinner with me twice.
I got 2 times Liza.
That's why we call you Liza 2 Dinners Miller.
Exactly. Hey, thanks everyone for sticking with us. And please, once again, I'll say please, if you can, if you have not,
please
leave us a review.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
Because we need to bury this troll. We do. But it also helps other people find us. So that's it. Yep. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everyone. Oh, wait. motorcyclesandmisfits.com. That's what I meant to say.
Those guys.
Find the links to everything there.
Get on Discord.
And Also, hey, Patreon subscribers, the t-shirts are on the way to me. They're going to be going out soon. I can't wait to see them. We also got stickers you're going to get for free. That's it. Thanks, everyone. This is Liza.
This is Scooter McGee.
Oh my. Emma, darling!
And we are out of here.
Cool.